30 days for cod, they said. The sea will tell you if it's true. The boys stared longer than they should. Some kind, some testing what I could. The skipper just said, pull your weight. So I learned the winch and I learned to wait. Salt in my hair, oil on my jeans. I'm the only skirt between machines. 30 days out where the gulls don't land, hauling nets with a blistered hand. They watch me work, they watch me stand. I'm not here to be loved, I'm here to be damned good. And back on shore there's a boy who hates the sea, gets sick on the ferry to Vidy. He says come home, and I say I will, but I love him, and I love this still. Night watch at 2, the deck is black. Northern lights rippling down my back. Old Bjarni tells me don't look down. The sea don't care if you wear a crown. They tease me softer after week 1 when I gaffed 100 kilos on my own run. No more jokes about the galley floor. Just pass the coffee and close that door. I cut my thumb, I didn't cry. Stuck a plaster on and kept the line. 30 days out where the gulls don't land, hauling nets with a blistered hand. They watch me work, they watch me stand. I'm not here to be loved, I'm here to be damn good. And back on shore there's a boy who hates the sea. He writes me text I can't receive. He says I miss you in a shaky voice, and I love him for staying. That's his choice. He never could stand this way. Gets pale when the pier starts to play. He builds me shelves, he keeps me warm. He's my harbor, I'm his storm. He don't need to understand the tide, just to be there when I come inside. Day 29, we turn for home. The hold is full, my body's stone. The boys are singing hoarse and thin. I sing too, and they let me in. In Reykjavik, the lights are small. He's waiting by the harbor wall. I jump down with the sea legs wide. He catches me, and I almost cry. 30 days out where the gulls don't land. I came back with the captain's hand. They watch me work, they watch me stand. I proved I could, and that's enough. And here's my boy who hates the sea. He holds me like he's holding me free. He says don't go, I say I might, but I love him, and I love the night. I love him. I wake to the dark and the house is still. The wind is talking to the windowsill. I pad down the hallway in socked feet, and there by the door in the lamplight neat, 2 big boots, wet salt on the floor. And I know what that means. He's home once more. Dad's shoes in the hall mean he's home for the night. The sea let him go till the morning light. Mama hums low while she stirs the pot. She don't say much, but her eyes say a lot. Dad's shoes in the hall, and the world feels right. for tonight. He's asleep on a couch, coat still damp. His hands are rough, his breath is a lamp. Mama puts a finger to her lips. Shh. She smiles like she's holding a wish. She makes plakfisker. The kitchen smells warm. Outside the harbor sleeps through the storm. Dad's shoes in the hall mean he's home for the night. The sea let him go till the morning light. Mama hums low while she stirs the pot. She don't say much, but her eyes say a lot. Dad's shoes in the hall, and the world feels right. Just for tonight. Morning comes gray through the curtain seam. Mama's up early, quiet as a dream. She folds his sweater, she packs his bread. She kisses his forehead while he's still in bed. I watch from the doorway, I don't make a peep. I know the sea is calling him back to the deep. She stands at the sink, she don't cry, she don't sigh. She just watches the window where the gulls go by. Happy he came, happy he's safe. Sad that the tide never learns how to wait. I go to the hall and the floor is bare. The wet print's gone, there's just cold air. The door clicks shut, the truck pulls away. Mama turns round and says, school day. She squeezes my shoulder, her hand stays there, and I swear I can still smell the sea in her hair. Dad's shoes were in the hall, he was home for the night. The sea took him back with the morning light. Mama is quiet, but her coffee's sweet. She sets 2 plates though, there's one empty seat. Dad's shoes will come back when the wind feels right. Some other night. Yes, Dad's shoes will come back some other night.
First Sunday in June, and the harbor is dressed. Flags on the masts and the boats at rest. No engines this morning, no lines to haul. The quay's for music, not for the call. Old men in wool with medals that shine. Young boys in sweaters standing in line. Oh, it's Seaman Sunday, the sea, let's go. We drink to the ones the deep still know. We bless the boats and we bless the men, and we pray the tide brings them home again. Dance on the dock, love, dance slow and true, for the sea gives and the sea takes too. The priest walks down where the trawlers sleep. He speaks of the widows who learn not to weep. He names every vessel that never came back, and the choir sings low as the clouds turn black. Then the brass band starts and the children run, rope pulling contest under the sun. Oh, it's Seaman Sunday, the sea, let's go. We drink to the ones the deep still know. We bless the dance slow and true, for the sea gives and the sea takes too. At the rescue shed they show the old gear, the cork vest, the compass, the photos still clear. Grandfather points, that was my crew, and his grandson asks if the stories are true. We lay a wreath where the water is deep, for the sleepers below who never will sleep. We don't celebrate the storm, we celebrate the hand that holds. We don't praise the danger, we praise the ones who go and the ones who wait. Evening comes and the flags come down, the boats breathe easy all over town. Lovers walk home with salt in their hair, and the harbor lights say a quiet prayer. Tomorrow the engines will wake once more, but tonight we are more than what we're for. It's sealing Sunday, the sea, let's go. We drink to the ones the deep still know. We bless the boats and we bless the men, and we pray the tide brings them home again. Dance on the dock, love, dance slow and true, for the sea gives and the sea takes too. Yes, dance on the dock, love, the night is through, for the sea gives and the sea takes two. He don't come with neon, he don't come with gold, just a guitar worn smooth and a story well told. When the harbor is quiet and the boats are tight, Jill Fiegeson lifts his voice in the night. Not for the charts, not for the radio spin, he sings for the men who never came in. And the sea gets a memory when Gylfie sings of salt-stung decks and hemp rope rings. He carries the verses the old men knew, the showman alert that the wind blew through. He don't ride the storm, he just lets it be heard. Gylfie gives the fishermen back their word. He sings of the boy who left at 15, of mothers who watched from the hill unseen, of nets coming empty and nets coming full, of the prayer you whisper when the hull starts to pull. He learned every chorus from kitchens and caves, where the songs were the only maps of those seas. And the sea gets a memory when Gylfie sings of salt-stung decks and hemp rope rings. He carries the verses the old men knew, the shawman alert that the wind blew through. He don't ride the storm, he just lets it be heard. Gylfie gives the fishermen back their word. Some sing for the city, some sing for the stage. He sings for the ledger, no one turned the page. For the names on the stone by the white church wall, for the men who answered the ocean's call. He keeps them from fading, he keeps them from drowned, by putting their heartbeat back into sound. So when the young lads put to sea tonight, with diesel and radar and electric light, they'll still hear the old songs riding the air, because Gylfi kept them breathing there. A voice, a guitar, and a debt repaid to the men who worked and the price they paid. And the sea gets a memory when Gylfi sings of salt-stung decks and hemp-rope rings. He carries the verses the old men knew, the showman alert that the wind blew through. He don't write the storm, he just lets it be heard. Gylfi gives the fishermen back their word. Yes, Gylfi gives the fishermen back their word.
3 beats to a turn, 3 beats to the sea. Garskagi blinks out where the winter won't leave. Reykjanesviti lifts its head to the gale, a white tower humming a low steady tale. We count the flashes like we count our years, 1 for the harbor, 1 for the tears. Oh, the lighthouses of Iceland, they don't sleep. They stand where the land gives up and the waters run deep. Dear Hole watches, 3 Drengar holds a small fire in the dark that the north wind can't fold. Waltz me home, love, waltz me home slow. Follow the lights where the cold currents go. Knarraros is painted like a folded prayer. Akranesviti keeps a twin for the air. Grotta goes quiet when the tide runs high. You walk the causeway with the salt in your eye. Malarif stands black against Snæfellsnes snow, and still it says, sailor, I know where you go. Oh, the lighthouses of Iceland, they don't sleep. They stand where the land gives up and the waters run deep. Jarktangar westward, Ránafnartangi north. They turn and they turn, sending mercy forth. Waltz me home, love, waltz me home slow. Follow the lights where the cold currents go. If my engine fails, if my radio's gone, if the fog comes down and I'm too far from dawn, I don't need a choir, I don't need a bell, just 1 steady blink that says all is well. When I'm old and the boat stays tied to the quay, I'll still walk out at dusk just to see. The towers don't ask for a name or a wage, they just keep their rhythm, page after page. And when I'm gone, love, let the light be true, a small white pulse that still finds you. Oh, the lighthouses of Iceland, they don't sleep. They stand where the land gives up and the waters run deep. From the skerries to the cliffs where the puffins roam, they teach a restless sea how to bring us home. Waltz me home, love, waltz me home slow. Follow the lights where the cold currents go. Waltz me home, love, waltz me home slow.
Before the sagas were written, before the steel was born, the wind dried fish on wooden racks from dusk until morn. Stockfish for the winter, stockfish for the trade, a silver road to Bergen where our debts were paid. No gold in our mountains, no wheat in our stone. We had the cod and the cod was our own. Oh, Thorsker, you fed us when the land would not. You bought the roof, you bought the pot. You sent our sons to sea and brought some home. You wrote Iceland's name in salt and foam. When the world forgot us, you kept us strong. Cod, you are the reason we belong. The Basque and the English came hunting the banks. They took with big nets and gave little thanks. So we drew a line in the cold blue sea, 12 miles and 50, then 200 free. They sent gunboats and wires, we sent Coast Guard small. We rammed and we cut and we stood for all. 3 cod wars, we fought, no cannons roared, just a small nation guarding its board. Oh, Thorsker, you fed us when the land would not. You bought the roof, you bought the pot. You sent our sons to sea and brought some home. You wrote Iceland's name in salt and foam. When the world forgot us, you kept us strong. Cod, you are the reason we belong. In Grindavik, in Vestmannaeyjar town, the catch came in and the whole quay went down. Women with knives, men with salted hands, children counting fish like grains of sand. Hard fish food in the kitchen, oil in the lamp. The cod was our school, our church, our camp. And when the stalks fell in the west, Newfoundland wept for the empty nest. We learned a lesson the sea can teach. Take too much and it's out of reach. So now we count, we measure, we spare. Quota and science, a careful prayer. Now the trawlers are fewer, the sonar is keen. The cod still runs where the water is clean. It's not just a fish, it's a promise kept for every widow who ever wept. If you ask what made Iceland stand alone, it was the cod. And the cod was our own. Oh, Thorsker, you feed us when the land will not. You buy the roof, you buy the pot. You send our sons to sea and bring them home. You write Iceland's name in salt and foam. When the world forgets us, you keep us strong. Cod, you are the reason we belong. Cod, you are the reason we belong. I know the cliff before I see it, a black line where the sky goes thin. The gulls go quiet when we near it, as if the rock is listening. Engine low, we ride the swell, my father's hand still on the wheel. He told me, boy, don't trust it well, the wall has its own will. It don't want prayers, it don't want pride, it just stands there with the tide. Hornbjarg, you keep the north, 500 meters of stone and scorn. I've watched you take the light from the day and give nothing back but spray. I fish your shadow, I learn your song. I'm small and you are long. Hornbjarg, let me pass one more time, let me pass. Let me pass. We set the line where the current bends. We're caught, run cold and deep. My mate don't talk, he only mends and watches what the water keeps. The fog comes down like a shutter, the compass spins then steadies. I think of home, the kettle, the clutter, and the hands that wait unsteady. Don't want reasons, it don't want names, it just stays the same. Hornbjarg, you keep the north, 500 meters of stone and scorn. I've watched you take the light from the day and give nothing back but spray. I fish your shadow, I learn your song. I'm small and you are long. Hornbjarg, let me pass one more time, let me pass. Let me pass, yeah. If I go down, let it be clean. No mayday, lost in static. Let the sea be what it's always been, beautiful and pragmatic. Tell her I was thinking of the lamp, not the money, not the haul. Tell her I kept the boat from the dam, and I heard the cliff call. Hornbjarg, you keep the north, old as hunger, old as sworn. I've learned to love the things that don't bend, and to ask, not to pretend. I fish your shadow, I know your song. I'm small and you are long. Hornbjarg, let me pass one more time, let me pass. One more time, let me pass. Say,
a.m. The harbor lights are low. Diesel hums, the radio gives the weather slow. You taught me currents, you taught me knots, a quota on paper and hope in the pots. We push off the pier, just a small crew, a little boat and a sky we think we knew. Oh, the wind don't ask your name, it just takes what it can take. Come home to me when the rail is wide and the line is heavy in the winter night. I'll keep the lamp lit in the window pane, count the hours by the falling rain. You go out, you come back, that's our refrain. Come home to me, love. Come home again. Come home again. Your grandfather rode before the engines came. No screens, just stars and a whispered name. The sea gave silver, then it went still. We learned how fast a fortune can spill. Now papers are traded in glass and steel, and the small boats watch how the big boats feel. Oh, the sea don't keep a score, it just gives then asks for more. Come home to me when the rail is white, when the line is heavy in the winter night. I'll keep the lamp lit in the window pane, count the hours by the falling rain. You go out, you come back, that's our refrain. Come home to me, love. Come home again. I don't need riches, I don't need fame, just your boots by the door and your tired name. Tell me the story of the gull that followed you. I'll tell you I waited like I always do. My daughter asks why you still go when the world is warm. I say because the harbor is where you're calm. Not for glory, not for gold, just for us to keep. For the moment the net comes up from the deep. Come home to me when the rail is white, when the line is heavy in the winter night. I'll keep the lamp lit in the window pane, count the hours by the falling rain. You go out, you come back, that's our refrain. Come home to me, love. Come home again. Come home to me, love. Come home again. Pirates call it piracy, we call it bread for men. A nation of 300,000 learning how to fight. We're not pirates, we're fishermen with a flag. And the law of the sea is starting to turn our way. Heave away, lads, heave away. 12 miles, 50 miles, 200 today. They've got the guns, we've got the wire. Small boats, cold hands, and Icelandic fire. Heave away, lads, heave away. Kepler beat for leverage, caught for pay. No shots fired, no men we'd kill. We just kept coming back until they bent their will. 1976, June wind off the bay. Whitehall signed the paper, the trawlers sailed away. Not with cannons, not with graves, with net cutters, nerve and waves. Heave away, lads, heave away. 12 miles, 50 miles, 200 today. They've got the empire, we've got the shore. Iceland standing where she stood before. Heave away, lads, heave away. We won the cod wars the Icelandic way. No shots fired, the sea stayed still. A small nation stood, and the sea is ours still.
In 1926, they gave us steel instead of prayer. A Danish trawler christened Thor, the Thunderer's own name. No army on the lava fields, no cannons on the shore. Just one white hull to watch the fjords and call the sea to claim. Landhelgisgesla born that year with Viderum till Tax. The first watch kept the track through wind and spray. Waltz with me, Thor, old iron heart upon the swell. You taught a nation how to guard itself from Faxafloy to the ice edge, through the winter gale. First son of Gesland, thunder on the tide, hold the line, Thor. You chased the foreign trawlers when the cod ran thick and near. You pulled the drowning fishermen from January foam. When Britain sent her frigates and the nets were cut in fear, you stood between the small flag and the grey steel far from home. Not for glory, not for empire, just for fish and bread. A Coast Guard learns to bleed and still remain. Waltz with me, Thor,
your bell to rest, but the name lives on, for Iceland never lets a good name die. A second fall in 51, a third in 2009. Same thunder, same white hull, same watchful eye. Now dash 8 some above and H25s beat the air. Freya keeps the north in Siglufjörður Bay. Yet every cadet still learns the waltz you danced out there. One ship against the ocean and the will to stay. For a country with no army needs a steady hand. The card will always stand. Waltz with me through first iron heart upon the swell. You taught a nation how to guard itself. From Faxafloy to the ice edge, through the winter gale. First son of Iceland, thunder on the tide. Hold the line, Thor!
Down to Siglufjörður in the summer of the silver tide, when the fjord was black with boats and the mountains held the light. Norwegian men brought nets of steel in 1907, and the girls came north with suitcases to work through the white night. Oh, salt on your hands, salt in your hair, 30,000 barrels waiting on the quay. Dance, my herring girl, dance in the Roald's Brackie Hall. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, while the factory whistles call. We were kings for a summer, we were rich for a song. Siglufjörður waltzing when the silver shoals came on. 1, 2, 3, hold me tight. The Klondike of the sea is here tonight. Papa left the farm in Skagafjörður for a bunk and a payday. Mama took a knife and learned to salt faster than the men. The oil ran gold from Grauna, the meal was money for the winter. And the harbor sang with English, Polish, Russian, Icelandic friends. Oh, money on the table, music in the street. We thought the herring would never leave the fjord. Dance, my herring girl, dance in the Roald's Brackie Hall. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, while the factory whistles call. We were kings for a summer, we were rich for a song. Siglufjörður waltzing when the silver shoals came on. 1, 2, 3, hold me tight. The Klondike of the sea is here tonight. Then the sea went quiet in '68. No flash of silver under the moon. The factories closed their iron eyes, and the girls went home with empty rooms. We waltzed with plenty, now we waltz with ghosts on a pier where only gulls keep time. Now the museum keeps our aprons folded and our knives still bright. Accordions play at 3 on Saturdays in July. Old men tell their grandsons how the fjord once boiled with silver, and we still hear the waltz whenever the north wind sighs. Oh, salt on your hands, salt in your memory. The adventure lives where the herring used to be. Dance, my herring girl, dance in the Rolls Bracky Hall. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, though the factory makes no call. We were kings for a summer, we were rich for a song. Siglufjörður waltzing even though the shows are gone. 1, 2, 3, hold me tight. Sealed indeed, it lives tonight. Shark out of France with white beard to the wind, built him a ship and he named her, why not? Pourquoi pas, my boys, pourquoi pas? 40 souls aboard and a compass true. She kissed the ice of the south and the north, carried books and brass through the polar night. From Reykjavik Quay she slipped in the dusk, engine mended, homeward bound for France. Oh, blow, you western gale, blow hard of Alftanes, break her on the skerries where the cold sea runs. 40 Frenchmen sleeping in Icelandic stone, and one man left to tell why she never came home. Pourquoi pas, why not come home? The storm came down on Faxafloy Bay, black as pitch and the lighthouse blind. She struck at midnight, timber to rock, a cry in French lost in the Icelandic foam. The town awoke to wreckwood on the shore, 40 mothers waiting for a wire. Shops were shuttered in Reykjavik town, for a stranger captain the bells tolled low. Oh, blow, ye western gale, blow hard off Alftanes, break her on the skerries where the cold sea runs. 40 Frenchmen sleeping in Icelandic stone, and one man left to tell why she never came home. Pourquoi pas, why not come home? Eugene Gonidek crawled from the surf alone, the sole tongue left for 40 drowned. He spoke of Charcot standing at the wheel, old explorer going down with his ship. Now in Sangurði they keep his name, a stamp, a stone, a quiet museum light. Iceland remembers the night the sea said no to the ship that always asked, why not? So sleep, you western gale, sleep soft off Thames. Keep them on the skerries where the cold sea runs. 40 Frenchmen sleeping in Icelandic stone, and the wind still asks them why they never came home. Pourquoi pas, why not come home?